Whoa. VR. Oh, hey. Anybody out there? Hello? If you are, greetings and namaste to all my game cats out there. I am the Mikey Sensei. Mikey, not Mickey Jeremy. Mickey's got a C. He's got ears, he's got big feet. I don't got all that. But my PSN is Bjork Beat Freak. And cue in Brian's awesome editing skills here. And great. Awesome. Alright, now fun fact. The hair situation up here is pretty spot on with what I actually have going on in real life. The volume's most certainly there. The gray is in full effect. However, the plasticity? Not so much. But with the right hair product, we'll have that shit perfected in no time. Anyway, now that we've broken the fourth wall, let's break into one of my favorite shows ever. But before we do that, quick VR safety tip for all you guys out there. Be careful to not trip over the 7,000 game cats. It's a lot. It's quite a skill. You can do it though, even with 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, when we get there. But for now, that's Brian. That's Michelle. Keep hitting that mic, girl. And that's Jeremy, the pun master. And this right here is Viewer Takeover.
Ready?
Yeah.
This is the Midnight GamesCast, where every Tuesday afternoon at midnight, and then we bring it to YouTube every Wednesday as the weekly wrap-up. That was so long ago.
So long ago.
It's like, I think new games are probably out since that thing came out.
Absolutely.
We should talk
We know
about
the
some
prices
new games.
of all these games.
Prices? The price is right.
The price is right.
Every Thursday as PlayStation VR.
Theater.
And every Friday, every day, as Viewer Takeover, when we take 8 goddamn minutes, to talk about whatever the hell we decided that the name of the video should be.
Yeah, yes.
But this is when we let you, the loyal game cats, take over the show. And you might have noticed, oh, by the way, I'm Brian, that's Jeremy, this is Michelle. You might have noticed
Yes.
that fucking awesome introduction by Mikey Diaz.
Mikey
in Spark.
Diaz.
Bjork
Not
Beat
Mickey.
Freak himself decided that he was
Not
going to
Mickey,
send us
Jeremy.
Not Mickey.
a Viewer Takeover video in Spark, which is,
Yeah.
I think, the first time we've gotten an
Yes.
in-game
That was-
Viewer Takeover.
That was a really cool idea.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at it going, man, this is like 2 minutes long. I wonder if I should chop it down or edit it out. The whole thing's funny, man. I had to keep
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Mikey Diaz, for submitting that for Viewer Takeover. Also, if you want your video to be at the front of next week's Viewer Takeover,
Next week, we don't have anything lined up.
I think we've got a couple lined up. But make sure you send your Viewer Takeover so you can get in the queue, get in line, get in right behind and to withoutparole@gmail.com. So
We're
Remind
gonna
me of the
thank all
great
these people
outdoors.
down here now.
Oh, yes.
those people.
All those people.
Oh,
I
no wonder all
uncrumpled
your
his
coffees,
paper.
basically.
He did uncrumple it.
Jeremy, who are these lovely people down below?
Those are our lovely Patreon supporters. And... well, usually you introduce to say things, and what do they get for $1 a month? Just $1. And then I have that.
And what do you have?
So what I have, for just $1 or more a month, but all we like is $1 at least.
We're going to turn this into a competition.
I'm going to forget this soon.
Last week, I garnered, with my introduction, 6 new Patreon supporters. How many, and this involves you out there, how many will you get with your Patreon plea this week?
I got to wear a puppy mask and stuff, too, and be all sad eyes.
Puppy mask?
Yeah.
Brian's like, I'll give you money.
Can we just Snapchat that filter in?
I was thinking that.
Let me
yeah.
push on your face.
Yeah, right. It's a little puppy for just $1, and I'm going to read this from the paper. Give me a couple weeks, and I'm going to memorize it or try to.
A couple weeks.
To
You've
memorize
had months.
2 sentences.
You've had months.
I did it. In all fairness, I threw it on the ground last week, and he didn't pick it up until this week.
Well, I was gonna. Yeah, I knew it was there. Yeah. I knew it would still be there for just $1 or more a month. You get exclusive bonus content, not just PSVR related.
Are you sure you're reading it off the paper?
Each week,
It's
one of
more
us takes
wrinkly.
the role of host and creates a short 3 to 35-minute video
Oh, yeah.
Who knows?
solely for our Patreon supporters, showing them how much we all appreciate your support
And love you.
and love you.
And in this past week was you. It was your Patreon.
It was me.
You took the Michelle Vercione.
Michelle and Jerry Seinfeld method of driving.
I don't remember introducing you guys this week. To my right, your left, the one.
I think
the
you
VR
did.
I didn't say the VR King, Jeremy King. I didn't say the one.
I don't
the
think
only
you introduced
Michelle
it at all.
Vercione. I missed that
Like
entirely.
every episode. Oh, I hit the
Yeah, I
mic.
know you totally did.
So strange. Did I say I'm Brian? That's Jeremy. This is Michelle.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did.
That happened.
And it felt so natural. I didn't even question something's
Yeah.
missing.
Right. It was like an hour later. I just realized.
Yeah.
But
so-
that probably chopped off like 5 minutes of the time, so that was
Probably.
great.
So you took the Michelle Vercione, the one, the only Michelle Vercione.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Drove.
filmed in the car.
Yeah. It's so
talked
much
about
easier
what
while
you-
doing
Oh
that.
my god, it's so much easier.
Oh my
that
god,
way,
I could
right?
do it all the time.
So
Expect
much
them
less,
to be all like
so much
that.
less stressful too.
Wicked, right?
Oh my god,
One
I'm
take
like,
done.
I can never, yeah. And one
What did
take
you-
done.
What did you talk about?
What did you talk about?
Job history.
Now,
Yeah.
that sounds like a boring topic, but I actually laughed quite a few times while watching you. You made it very entertaining, and even the comments we got on Patreon were people saying, "I can't believe it was fun to watch you talk about your job history." So thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, because it
And-
went up.
Yeah,
I got to go on the page and tonight and check it out.
yeah.
I never watched it after I filmed it. I just sent
Patreon.
it. Two
Patreon
pieces.
does not make it easy for you guys.
I'll listen to
be
it on the way
involved
home.
Patreon. So
Yeah,
if-
it doesn't make it
So if
easy.
these guys don't comment
Yeah.
very much, or Des doesn't comment very much on Patreon, it's just because it's a real pain in the butt.
Should see what they make us do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it involves sandpaper.
We have to win a
Ooh,
Quidditch tournament,
Yeah,
and then we have to use the sandpaper.
I want to play Quidditch.
But
Wicked.
every week on Viewer Takeover, I'm Brian. That's Jeremy. This is Michelle. we scour the videos. We scour the comments. We're
Yeah.
like 30 minutes in, and we're just starting. And
30
30
goddamn
fucking minutes.
and
Yeah.
we choose our favorites. Stop hitting the table.
I already said
And what we do is I copy and paste them into my word processing document that adds question marks where they don't belong, and we read them that way because they think it's funny.
they think
And-
it's funny.
We just read what's written.
And
It's true.
and then we make fun of you, and we apologize in advance.
Yeah,
but that's
I'm sorry.
exactly how this is going to work.
Yeah.
So starting off with Aceville.
Aceville?
Now I don't know if that's a real question mark or not.
Yeah.
Aceville,
It has to be.
This comment comes from Twitter. He wrote, "At that would be dark." That's me.
Hi.
Do
Hi.
you think the microphone will work for shouts? Now-
How
now-
would you? That question should
How
have
do- how
been
do you
for
say this?
Jeremy and I.
Oh,
How do you-
Michelle.
How do you say that?
That'd be Fostora.
Fostora.
Something like that.
As it did for
Oh, that was
Xbox
more
Connect
dragon.
in hashtag Skyrim and VR, hashtag Viewer Takeover. Is that a thing? Hashtag Viewer Takeover?
I
It
don't
is
know.
now.
It should be a thing.
Right?
If you have any questions or comments that you want next week's episode of Viewer Takeover, make sure you submit them on Twitter at Parole Games or at That Would Be Dark or at all names _taken, no E, or at the second Kira 90, hashtag Viewer Takeover. So what do
Good
you guys
luck
think?
with that.
So this is absolutely a you and you question, not a me
Yeah,
question.
I was like, why is that? He's never played.
I imagine it would. I never thought of it, though, to tell you the truth.
I didn't think of it, but
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool if it did.
If it added that, if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
absolutely.
If Stifled can do it.
I mean, would it actually
wouldn't
add
it?
much for them to do that? So, yeah, I didn't even think of that. Oh, shit.
Oh, you're getting smacked
3 in
on
a
there.
row.
I'm playing next.
I haven't won yet today. Okay. Yeah, I don't think So I answered this question in the comments, and I was like, even if it doesn't recognize my voice, I think
Yeah.
I'm going to shout anyway, just to confuse my neighbors.
They're even more confused. Your neighbors must be like, what the
They have
fuck?
no.
Yeah.
They see you guys coming in. They see Des coming in.
People,
Nobody
yeah.
ever leaves. They see the people who definitely
You're
never
like,
leave.
what's going
They hear
on up there?
through the walls all the time.
Yeah,
This week.
they tons of people just have never left my apartment, and it's starting to smell like
Smell.
some like rotten Asian food in here.
Edit it out.
No way, that was good.
Maybe Dave
good,
Collier.
too.
That,
that
was,
one
that was
was-
really subtle. We don't have to edit that out. Cut it out.
Yeah.
Okay. You're up, Asia.
Hey, okay, here we go.
Hey.
Cleveland Roberts from Viewer Takeover. Hashtag Viewer Takeover.
Oh, it is a thing.
I guess it is. If Sony decided to give y'all keys
people
to
really?
review and you could only decide between Doom VFR or Skyrim to review, what's VFR?
It's the name of the game.
Who
Who let this guy on a podcast?
They wouldn't. Jeremy
You
would
know
not
the-
choose that one.
You've played Doom.
Yes.
You know what BFG stands for?
Yes.
You know, so now you know what Doom VFR stands for.
Yes.
Okay.
What
He's
would
all
y'all
caught up,
choose
kids.
and why? Totally Skyrim, because
Skyrim.
the Doom is all
Skyrim.
that, teleportation movement and whatnot, and
Yeah, without even thinking about it, Skyrim.
Yeah, I can only imagine
So much
Doom
more
isn't
freedom.
going to be that long of a game.
No.
Especially not compared.
Skyrim's totally going to be the next big game for VR.
yeah.
Everyone's going to
They
be
have that
playing
bundle
it.
they
It's gonna
announced
be
with
fantastic.
the headset and everything. They already know it's going to sell them.
Yep, bundles with
You
the
know?
headsets now.
Yeah,
Yep,
I will say
absolutely.
that was probably the smartest move Sony's made in
Totally.
quite a while.
Yeah.
They're gonna
The
move
bundle?
the bundle
Yeah.
with the Move controllers, with the headset, with the game.
Oh yeah, why not? And with the holidays coming up too, it's gonna.
Oh, it's awesome.
Mom, Dad, here's everything I need to play Skyrim VR.
Here's everything
right?
I've ever wanted.
It's such a good gift. I want to buy myself one, even though I already have it. Is that the new updated headset?
It is. That's as
He's
far
like,
as we
"Ooh, I
know,
do
the
wanna
first
buy it."
official launch of the headset.
You're gonna sell your old headset and swap it in.
I wonder what you could get for your old headset. If you think about it, mine's
Probably
only been
not a lot.
used like
Doesn't
a very
matter.
brief
I
amount of
bet.
time.
I bet you could. I bet you could get about $200 for it. I bet.
Not bad.
Although Target on their Black Friday sale. Their Black Friday, there was a leaked. I don't know if it was leaked or if they just debuted it early. So their flyer came out, and you can actually get the basic PlayStation VR headset on Black Friday for $200.
Oh wow.
Like with nothing included. I don't think it's just maybe the
So
camera
maybe
and the
you
headset.
won't get 200 for
Well,
it.
if you do it now, you might.
Yeah, maybe
Like,
not.
go buy a new one.
Right?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the new one or the old one. I don't know.
Yeah.
You'd have to sell it as like skip Black Friday and just come here.
Yeah, really.
No line.
Get Jeremy King's. You can sell it this way, right? To one of the 7,000 people who know who you are.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
You could like boost the price.
You
Be
can
like,
like
I'll sign it.
autograph
Yeah,
the
right? And they know it's been
Shit, I'll get
gently
everyone
used.
to sign it.
Absolutely. They're like, I don't think he ever used it.
Nobody,
but
nobody
didn't
wants
Jeremy
our,
say
nobody
he
wants our
tried
autograph.
porn in this? Tried, but I didn't get it to work. I mean, not it. I mean,
Yeah.
right.
Anyways.
definitely Skyrim over
Skyrim.
Doom. No questions asked. Especially since it takes so
Yeah.
long to play that any advanced time before the game comes out to get a review out there, I would always appreciate. But it seems like that's not going to be a thing.
yeah.
We're
You're up, Asia.
Wetro 100
What up, Wetro 100?
from Viewer Takeover. Full locomotion on the Move controllers is a misleading comment. It's like playing Mario Kart, or it's like playing Mario 64 with the NES controller. More appropriate comment would be partial locomotion on the Move controllers due to lack of the analog stick.
Interesting comment. We clarified last week because people were confused still, even though the game's coming out in like literally 7 days from now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Right?
Yeah.
The people are still confused somehow about how this game's going to control. There's been videos
Right.
about it. There's been everything about it. And so last week we clarified, hey, full locomotion with the DualShock or the Move controllers. With of course options to teleport if you want to.
Yep.
And then so Wetro did this. He commented saying, well, full locomotion with the Move controllers, that isn't an accurate statement. And I'm like, but just because there's not analog sticks, go sign the petition. Just because there's no analog sticks doesn't make it any less full locomotion.
Yeah.
It just makes full locomotion a little more cumbersome.
A little less immersive.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, but so many games have done it right.
We're so close to finding out.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
the Solus project has done it right, and like that was not a problem at all. Like getting used to that movement was fantastic. And then also raw data recently.
Yeah.
It's, all these games have like figured out a way around the Sony's crippling controllers.
Yeah.
And I'm not even remotely concerned that this is going to be a hard game to play. It will be full locomotion. It's just not going to. And I think Wetro made the right comparison.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
So Mario
you can
Kart
play
64
Mario
on, oh my god! Every time
even if it's Mario Kart 64.
it just comes out Mario Kart. I don't know why.
But it doesn't matter
don't
what
mean
game
to.
we're talking about. If we're talking about any N64 game with a D-pad,
Yeah.
it's like it's still your same thing's happening. It's just a little more difficult.
Yeah.
So that's all we're talking about. It is still full locomotion. All right, I'm up. This is
You're
Mad
up.
Props Baller.
Hey.
That's a good name. Brookhaven desperately needs a pro patch. It should be one of the best looking games on PlayStation VR, but instead it's one of the ugliest. So much damn aliasing for no reason. Hell, even on OG it should look better. Shame, because it's a really good game otherwise. So that Mad Props Baller makes an excellent point. The Brookhaven experiment, it looks pretty bad by today's standards. Like it's only been out for a year, and it's amazing how far games have come in the last year just for PlayStation VR. People are getting their coming to grips with the limitations and its abilities and making some really nice looking games.
Yeah.
If that Exorcist trailer that we just watched yesterday is any indication of how that game's really going to look, that's night and day compared to Brookhaven.
It seriously is. Yeah. It's weird to still think that people haven't grown with the actual VR since it came out. Like we have,
Right,
like
people
the
are
games
dropping in
from the
right
beginning.
now.
Yeah, and then games that we said used to be good are not good anymore,
No.
just because we have so much better games now. So
Well, I mean, that's the thing though. It's like, you think they're not that good anymore?
I mean, I think there was definitely more of a wow factor than there is now.
Yep, I've gone on record
so,
multiple times saying that that Dexed was an interesting shooter by Ninja Theory. That I overrated that big time.
Yeah.
I think that the was it Pixel Gear? I overrated Pixel Gear quite a bit because these were all early games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
and you're
like,
whoa,
so cool.
this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, is it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe not so awesome, and just
the VR experience. What was the awesome part?
right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the very first Litterbox
time
episode,
playing.
right? It was like me saying, like, how the hell do you review PlayStation VR games?
Yeah.
And people, were saying, without Parole likes every VR game. And I was like, actually, that's kind of true. Like, I did like a lot of stuff. Now,
It was
Brookhaven,
tough not to. Yeah.
Brookhaven, I think, is still a decent game. It was very hard, very difficult, and some of these new levels look amazing that they're going to be patching in, new weapons, new enemies, all sorts of good stuff. But it's still going to look kind of ugly.
Yeah.
Right? The resolution's really low, and anti-aliasing problems.
Yeah.
I don't know. So what do you think? Should developers go back and fix their games, go back and patch them, make them look a little prettier, because people are buying PlayStation VR today and tomorrow and the day after, and this will be their first.
Or should they just focus on a new game?
Maybe
That's
It
even
depends
better.
where they are in their company.
Yeah,
If they want to
But
promote
they
themselves
know
and
what they
tighten
have
up
to
some
do.
shit, they could go back and do
Yeah.
that if they have the resources. It'd only be a good thing, But if they're working on new projects, they probably won't.
But think about, and this is me not knowing how to develop games. This is me just talking as a gamer.
Yeah.
Think about what great press there is when a new game or an old game, because you find out that the developer's been hard at work giving you a new
Still
level.
going.
Right.
Yeah.
And being like, hey, that little problem in the background there, well, it's all better now.
Yeah.
Right. We
and
fixed that for you. We heard your complaints.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when a developer is like still supporting a game
listening.
after a
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
that's great news. The Brookhaven experiment is getting a patch after a year, free patch with new stuff, and for them to actually go back in and say, oh, the graphics are going to be better too.
Yeah.
We definitely
That's
appreciate
great exposure.
It is. Yeah.
People will buy that old game and then also go, oh, hey, who the hell made this game? Phosphor Games. Then that gives Phosphor Games a better reputation.
Right.
Be like,
Yeah.
okay, the next time Phosphor Games puts out a game, I'll probably buy it right away because I know they're going to support it for a year.
It all probably
Right.
depends initially on the popularity of the game, If a game wasn't that great to begin with,
It does, but it does show passion behind what they're actually doing.
Well, like they did with...
They actually care how how things
what
come
was
out.
the Paperboy one?
Yeah, a special delivery.
Special delivery.
Yeah.
They patched that one and
A million
changed that.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But
love
one
that game.
had
It's
a-
so dumb.
Yeah, I know it is. But I go back and play it once in a while too, and it's
Yeah.
fun.
Do you use the move controllers?
I didn't try it with those yet.
You've got to try it. It's a totally different game.
Really?
Actually,
You
putting
really
your hands
hate
like
your
this.
move controllers, huh?
No, I'm
Who's
actually
flying
digging them.
kites?
I was
was
flying
flying
kites.
kite, you were?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was doing,
Rush
shooting,
of Bloods.
Rush of Blood. I'll be doing Skyrimming.
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Are you buying Skyrim on day
verb.
one?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Pre-ordering? You doing DLC?
I already pre-ordered it.
Download or
No,
Amazon?
physical.
Yeah, I think so. It's coming out on a Friday,
Yeah,
which really screws with my live
it
stream idea.
fucks up everything.
Yes.
Right, I'm gonna have to take like a couple of days off from a busy night at work. It's gonna be bad news.
You don't want to take off Friday,
It might have to happen. All right, and finally, our last question comes from.
Jeremy.
Wait, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah,
One-
Jeremy.
Oh yeah, it's your turn.
KYS Kid.
Oh, remember his viewer takeover intro?
No, which one was
He
it?
had all pink hair and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
He was like,
It was the
oh yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
Thank you.
it took me a moment. There's been so many
he
now.
had your dreads in his face.
yes.
Yeah.
The pink. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Michelle. That one of your impressions, a good one.
I'm Michelle.
Yeah.
Your impression of
Yeah,
my
him.
impression wasn't so good though.
No.
I thought it was more like this.
It is.
It
Yeah.
is, but it's a hard way to put your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
KYS Kid.
On PSVR Theater. So I have a question.
That doesn't
No,
sound right.
Do
No,
it
it
again.
doesn't. I know, right?
What's that?
On PSVR Theater. So I have a question. Why
Yes.
is there such a divide between people who like digital and those who like physical? Digital is pretty great for not having to leave VR, and a lot of times physical games go on sale at different times than digital. So why aren't people just taking the best of both where they can get it? Double
There were
question mark?
two, yeah.
The funny thing is, yeah, it was actually a question, and you made it sound like a fake question. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Are you both physical or digital? What's your take on this?
So,
Oh,
Michelle,
before
you
I
go-
used to be physical, but now I've just completely switched to digital.
Yeah.
I don't want tons of games in my house.
You don't want this?
I
this.
don't want tons of games in my house. The less clutter in my house, the better.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought Horizon, the physical copy. I'll probably when I get Skyrim, I'll probably also get the physical copy of that. Other than that, everything's digital.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess just the big games, really. I don't know why.
I always liked the physical copies forever. All of them. But I don't know. Sometimes now, as I get older, it's whatever. It's hit or miss. Like you, I guess if it's a game that like an Uncharted or a Skyrim or a Persona, I'm gonna get it. The
Something
physical.
that's gonna be, it's gonna be long. You're gonna love
Yeah.
it. It's
But if there's
You
like
might go back and
yeah. But I also like the factor of the physical. Sorry.
Don't apologize to us. Apologize to them.
Sorry, guys. But I also like the physical because you can trade.
Was that your gay? Sorry. Sorry, guys.
You can trade it in too. So I kind of like.
Do I have to cut that out too?
just ignored that completely.
We'll leave him to
No.
question.
I don't even know
No.
what I have to edit out anymore. Don't anybody get offended. I'm like so stupid.
No, it wasn't my.
I'm gonna offend myself and I'll have to cut myself out.
No.
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 Just cut a hole. Like when you
A green screen.
break up with
green
somebody,
screen
cut
name.
their picture out of. Not that I've ever. You've seen it in the movies.
I bet I could do
I've
that.
never done that.
I'll wear a green screen next time and I'll just.
That'd be sick.
Just
Wear like
disappear.
the green suits,
Yeah.
like Charlie.
The invisible cloak.
But you can
Potter.
trade in the physical copies
You can, but
for next to nothing.
so here's my issue. Until literally months ago, at best, I was 100% like, if I don't have to buy this digitally, I will not buy it digitally. I want the physical copy. I want the box. Hopefully there's an instruction
Oh,
book.
you like the physical copy?
Hopefully there's an instruction book. But these are things that they've slowly cut down on over the years. Like I think almost all of this generation. I think I've gotten 2 instruction books out of the hundreds of games.
Yeah,
I
nobody
bought.
knows what those are
Yeah.
anymore.
No,
No.
and it's not like I ever
Which
read
they
them.
were the coolest.
It's not like I ever read them. It was just to make the complete package, right?
Yes.
It's like, here I am. I'm going to put out all of my money, and I better get everything that's coming to me. The disc, the case, the cool, maybe hopefully reversible cover, and a big fat instruction book that I'm never
reversible
going to
cover.
read.
I want
That was
it all.
always such a bonus.
And some things happened to me recently, and I don't know if it's because of PlayStation VR,
Yeah.
where it's like I don't want to get up and try to find a disc when I've got the headset on, or if the sales are too regular on the PlayStation Network, where like the 1-year
They
anniversary
are.
thing happened, is like, hey, here's a game that was $10, now it's $2.50.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a game that was $30, now it's
Yeah.
$10. I'm like, man, I've never seen those deals on physical copies ever.
Yeah.
Maybe now it's with you. It's all digital for VR.
But it's also I'm losing interest in things like collector's editions.
Well, that might be.
But you're also
You're getting
only
older,
playing. But you're also
and
only
you're running
playing
out of
VR
space.
now.
And there's just, but even like if say Skyrim VR had like the biggest, coolest collector's edition ever that came with like a giant world map and
Yeah.
like statuettes
You're
and
telling me
stuff.
you wouldn't want that?
Kind of not really.
Yeah.
Giant
I'm
world
with him.
map?
I used to be all
I
about the
want a
collector's
giant world
editions, and now I'm no way. Unless it's like a Persona.
But see, but even that,
Yeah.
like I got Persona.
Yeah.
I got the limited edition, collector's edition of Danganronpa 3 for Vita and PlayStation 4 because I'm
Yeah.
stupid. And just like, I mean, you look around and there's collector's editions everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I gotta say that like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm totally done. Like my Zelda one is underneath the
Right
desk.
there.
Like I don't want to display these things
Aw.
anymore. I kind of want to
That's
like
sad.
I kind of want to sell them all. And I've kind of mentioned briefly that I'm thinking about selling all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Like I don't play retro games anymore. I only
Yeah.
play VR stuff.
Right.
It's like, and this is just decoration now, and it's really expensive decorations. I'm kind of ready to purge. I've been binging for so many years.
I hear you.
Would you'd have to start with like one section at a time though, right?
I mean, I think the only way to do it properly is to sell a collection at a time. Be like, hey, here my
That's
Sega,
what I mean.
my-
Like
put my
here's all of
entire-
Sega.
Yeah, put my entire Sega CD collection.
Or dwindle it down, maybe. Only keep the gems. That's what I
But that's-
sometimes do.
see,
I
but
purge.
That's
That's
the
where
problem.
the problem.
That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
It's
See, that's-
OCD
I
collector.
can't.
I'm no CD collector.
Yeah.
If I keep the collection, then I rebuild the collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, all or nothing. Just like alcoholism or like pizza.
Yeah.
I'm kidding you not.
Like alcoholism or pizza?
I'll go weeks without eating a pizza, but when I get a pizza, I have to eat the whole fucking thing.
Oof.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's me.
Yeah.
All or nothing.
Yeah.
in a
Open a
nutshell.
bottle of wine. You can't not finish
Bottle
it.
of vodka.
Exactly.
God. If I opened a bottle of wine, by the time the bottle got to here, I'd be done and asleep. Such a lightweight.
We're gonna just let that go.
So that's our. I mean, I guess that's. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
And everybody wants different things, and I think the younger generation.
Maybe it depends how much of a hoarder you are.
A little bit, and I think the younger
Seriously,
generation like has who maybe PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360
Mm-hmm.
was their first console, and they realized, hey, I don't have to go to a store to buy a game. Here it is, right here for me. I can download it like that. I can delete it and re-download it whenever I want to.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like I think people like that understand the benefits of digital and how you always own that game or license it technically for. I mean, as long as the store works.
Yeah, really.
So, it's a convenience factor.
Yeah.
And for me, it's a clutter factor, and I've definitely witnessed a huge change in myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, talking about it versus actually doing it.
Yeah, that's
the
tough.
problem getting rid of it is it's so much work. It's just as much work as it was, accumulating it all.
Oh, like Skies of Arcadia. Like I have that as well. And then parting with it. I have such good memories of that one. It was one of the very first earlier RPGs, turn-based playing, along with the Shadow Hearts. Yeah, I could never get rid of it. I've dwindled, but there's certain ones I just can't part with. But luckily, you are a hoarder. But luckily what
you are a hoarder.
Luckily, what you hoard is very easily stackable.
Yeah.
True.
I realized that if I woke up tomorrow and it was all gone, I wouldn't miss it at all.
And you'd have a shit ton of money.
You got to keep the movie theater.
It's the getting rid of it is the hard part.
Yeah.
So that'll be a process because I need to make some space for my game cat.
Yeah.
Game kitty.
All right, you guys. That was another episode of Viewer Takeover. As always, I'm Brian. That's the king of all kings, Jeremy VR.
Hi.
Fucking king.
Hello.
I should. You know what? If you're the king of all VR kings, you should be the king of all VFR kings. Now that you know what it stands for.
I do. Yeah.
And this is Michelle, the one, the only Varicchione. That didn't really roll off
It
the tongue.
didn't at all. No.
And I'm Brian Paul, and we will see you.
And he loves you all.
I do. See you next week.
We will see you next
Tuesday?
week.
Oh, that's mean.
That was Michelle.
This pregnancy thing's really made
Wow.
Hey!
You're all over the spectrum. Oh. You can't slap a pregnant.
totally unfair.